Screw Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, and even Star Wars Legion, because today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of my LEGO Star Wars armies. I'm Angela, you're watching Hobby Night, now let's begin. Now, the Chaos Cultist has been trying to get me into LEGO for over a decade. Isn't that right, Chaos Cultist?
Yep.
And it wasn't until I watched LEGO Masters and saw the generally improved catalog that LEGO now has that I really dove headlong into the hobby. One of my other recent obsessions has been Star Wars. This probably comes as no surprise to anybody if you've been following this channel over the last couple of months. So we're combining the two of them, and this should really be no surprise to anybody. But I have a little bit of a collector's habit, so army building with LEGO was right up my alley, and today I wanted to show you where my collection has come to. We're going to start by going through the various eras, and we're starting with the Clone Wars because that is probably my favorite era of Star Wars and probably my largest collection. So let's take a look at my clone troopers and Separatist droids. Let's start by taking a look at my clone troopers and of course my Separatist droids because I have many, as you can see on the table. Now, this all really started with me just really diving into the newest season of the Bad Batch. I will admit that kind of ignited my love of Star Wars again. It reignited it because I had liked some things, and I just dove headfirst, got a bunch of different sets, started getting as many things as I could find from the Clone Wars because I actually missed the era that a lot of those sets were out and more readily available. So I was grabbing up anything I could find that had clones in it, and it started with a ton of the 501st packs, as you probably can notice. We bought a whole bunch of them all over the place, and we even decided to turn some of them into some of the mocks that we've seen online to create other vehicles. Like, for example, I love this pimp mobile. That's not actually what it's called, but it's what I like to refer to it as because I just think
it's a 501st land speeder.
Yeah, it's a 501st land speeder, but I love the look of this thing. And this is all just using pieces from the 501st sets, which I thought was really cool. And that's one of the things that I love about the LEGO community and actually doing this army building, because there are ways to basically kit bash with this in the same way that I do with Warhammer. And I just think that is absolutely brilliant. So as you can see, we got a ton of 501st characters, got a bunch of artillery, and then we did get a fair amount of Separatists. Now, I will admit, it's been harder for us to find the Separatists than anything else, and I have a confession to make. Something that I know some of you will frown at me at, possibly even comment down below saying, Angela, I can't believe you, but the majority of my droids, my sweet droids, and my Grievous, guys, they're fake. I'm really sorry, I know, but I went ahead and just bought a bulk amount of them off of Amazon to sort of fill out the army, and I'm gonna be grabbing more real, legitimate LEGO droids as I can, but good lord, some of these things are expensive, so it'll be a little bit of a slower process. So I got some of the fake ones because honestly, I think they look pretty good. And really, I mean, the Grievous is pretty amazing. Now in front of them, you can see the stars of the Clone Wars. Some of my favorite characters, including Mace Windu with his purple clone troopers, Ahsoka with the only two Ahsoka 501st models that I have. I really want to get more of these, but they're hard to come by, and I don't know if it's going to be super possible, but I want them. I want a whole legion of them because I love Ahsoka with her boys, and I just really want more of them. Then I've got, of course, Anakin with his 501st, and this Anakin in particular is very special to me because he is actually the Anakin from the Clone Wars version of the minifigs that they did. Like, he has this sort of Clone Wars animated style face, and I just think that's really cool, and I want to find, I know it's gonna be tough, and I know it's gonna be expensive, but I really want to get the Rex from that era as well. I know he's rare. I know that when you do find him, he's pretty expensive, but yeah, long term, it's something that I do want to get. And then of course, next to Anakin, we have the best Jedi ever, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is the best, and I do have some.
That was a really weird way to pronounce Revan.
What? No!
You said the best Jedi ever, right? So Revan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi! I will fight you! He's my favorite. He's my favorite Jedi out there. That's not true. I have a lot of them, actually, and we're not going to debate it. But I do have Obi-Wan with a couple of the 212th Legion, which is perfect for me. I wanted to call out with the Mace Windu and the purple clone troopers. I have no actual affection for those guys in particular. I've seen them a little bit in the Clone Wars, but I never really felt like there was that big of a focus on them. But we were at Target and I had not seen this kit available at all yet. And I was like, holy shit, those are some purple clone troopers. And as you guys know, purple is my favorite color. So I ended up getting was it 4 or 5 or something like that of these kits for the clones that I knew the least about. But I was like, man, that color, it just sings to me. And this is part of my problem and why I have a kind of a bad collector's habit, because I really just focus on some things and then go, that, I need it because it has the thing that I like. And that was just a little story that I want to share. And then the last thing that I really wanted to talk about is some of the bigger vehicles that we've been collecting for the Army as well. Obviously, we've got some of the walkers, and we actually have another one of these as well. And I think they're so cool. I love the way the legs move, but the Republic gunship has been the highlight of this particular army building, because I got this during the holiday season, and Chaos Cultist and I spent our Christmas day, and I think the day afterwards, because it took us about 2 days, building this gunship up, and it was so much fun. We had an amazing time with it. I think probably one of my favorite builds of all of the tanks. I think it goes, one of the tanks that's not currently on screen, this walker, and then the Republic gunship was just so cool. And look how big it is. It's just ginormous. Now, my one complaint with the gunship is the fact that it is not actually minifig scale, so it feels a little out of place in the Army, but it's so cool and gigantic and just fits so well that I don't care. It's definitely going to be a part of it. Hey guys, I just wanted to jump in and let you know that I've recently started live streaming. So if you never want to miss those, or if you've been enjoying the content you're watching today, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. Now, let's go ahead and jump back to the video. Now, as you may have heard me mention, I don't have actually everything for my clone army built up yet, because you see, I still have a couple sets. Now, I know some people are saying you really shouldn't buy new sets until you've built the old ones, but I only have a few. There's not that much for me to build left, as you can clearly see. This just been, a couple of clone trooper packs here and there. Nothing really major, just a few small impulse purchases, exactly like Chaos Cultist said, as I've been shopping around and just seeing some more clones on the shelves, because, I see them and I'm just like, I love these boys. They're so tragic. There's so much stuff that happens to them, and I just want to take them home and give them a safe place to live, because that's what I do when I build an army, is I give my soldiers a safe place to live. And that's why I've only picked up a couple of additional sets that I still need to build and, put together and include in my Clone Wars army. All right, well, I actually talked about my clone army a little bit longer than anticipated, but I still have a lot to show. And if you liked hearing me talk about these armies and you want to see what I have for my rebels as well as my empire, then make sure to leave a like on this video and comment down below letting me know you want to see more content like this. I really enjoyed showing off my collection to you, so I do really hope you guys enjoyed this. And before I head out, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons for making it so content like this can continue to happen. Without your guys' support, we would not be doing this, so thank you very, very much. I have been Angela. I hope you enjoyed seeing my clone army, and I hope you have a wonderful hobby night. All right, whoop! I'm destroying the clones, my poor sweet boys, but